Connecting. Hello, Des. How you doing?
Hello.
Your age
Hey,
and your
this is her
pronouns,
man.
please. Des,
What?
you with me? I need to know your age and your pronouns.
I'm 21, and this is her husband, by the way, and I'm a dude.
Okay, fantastic. Your pronouns, please.
I'm a, what do you mean by pronoun? I'm a him.
Okay, we can work with that. We can work with that. Is this person behind me a woman?
No, that's a dude.
Okay, what makes this person a dude?
That's obviously a dude. Okay, hold on. Does he have a dick between his legs?
This person has a penis.
Then that's what makes him a dude, right there.
Okay,
Does
so
he
why
does he
why
have
does
the
having a
female?
penis?
Does he have the female sex organs? If he is born a man, does he have the female sex organs to reproduce? That's what makes a female.
Okay, I'm so you're right that your sexual organs do play a determining factor in whether or not you are female or male. That's not the claim that's being made. This is a gender-based claim. You are making a sex-based claim. This person's sex is male. This person's gender is woman.
Now, how can you explain that to me?
Yeah, no problem. I can do that. So, sex is biological. It relates to your genitalia, your chromosomes, your gametes, your neurological sex, and your hormonal sex. Those are the five sex characteristics. Gender is psychological and social. So, this person's innate sense of self is that of a woman, but their biological sex is male. Different
So
things.
you're saying that you're saying he was born a dude and everything, but he feels like he's a female.
No. Um, this person, the opposite actually. This person was born male and identifies as a woman.
Okay, so that still doesn't proclaim to make him a woman. If he's born as a man, he's still going to be a man,
Born male.
no matter what.
Because Des, you got to remember that man, woman, non-binary, they refer to gender. Male, female, intersex, they refer to sex. This is a gender-based claim, not a sex-based claim.
Okay, are you a dude or a woman?
I am a woman.
So were you born a dude or were you a woman at first?
Again, so dude is generally considered to be a gendered term, not a sex term. So
Were
yes,
you
I
bo-
am male. I have male chromosomes. Ow! Okay, please tell me that no one reported him. Please. He just got removed. Des got removed for community guidelines violation. That is ridiculous. So if someone was reporting that, don't. Do not report my guests. I hope that was just TikTok going a little crazy with the banning. TikTok, if the moderator that did that is still here, uh, please don't do that. Please. I got to get a friendly up here so that I can drop guests and not worry. Hello. No, Mallory. Good morning, Abby.
Morning. Well, afternoon, I guess.
Good morning. Good morning. I keep saying I'm never going to serenade you guys again, and I keep doing it. Thank you for the rose. Hello,
How
Pumpkin.
would you define?
Or Jack Lantern, I guess I
Hey,
should say.
how would you define the word woman?
We can do that, but first I need to know your age and your pronouns.
I'm 26 and I'm a man. I would just do.
Okay, fantastic. I appreciate you telling me your age. Now I need your pronouns.
I'm not giving my pronouns. Use your best judgment. Can you define?
No,
Can you define? Can you define the term woman for me?
yes, I can. After you tell me your pronouns.
He/him. What's the definition of
Fantastic.
woman?
Okay. So for me, a woman is someone with an innate sense of self that says they're a woman.
Okay, but you didn't define what a woman is. That's a circular definition.
Yeah, sure. It's circular. So what?
But that's not a definition. What is a woman? You
Yeah,
are
this.
You are a transgender woman. You are not a woman.
So why am I not a woman?
Because those are two completely different groups. A woman is an adult female human.
Sure, we can work with that term too.
No, that's not a term.
What is the
That's
definition
the
of female?
definition.
Fine, we can work with that definition. What is the definition of female?
XX chromosomes.
Basically, and now what is the definition of gender?
Define sex.
Well, we can go with your definition of sex. So, someone who displays the 5 sex characteristics of a female.
Excuse me?
Someone who is female is someone who displays the 5 sex characteristics of being a female, which is their genitalia, their chromosomes, their gametes, etc.
Sure.
Now, what is the definition of gender?
It describes sex.
The definition of gender is someone who displays the qualities typically associated with females, specifically specifically talking about the social aspect, not the biological
Yes,
aspect.
and socially, transgender women and women are two completely different groups, biologically, realistically, and socially. Women are adult female humans by definition. You are not an adult female human.
Like I said, we can work with that definition. So then we define female and gender.
We're not working with it. That's just what it is. You are not an adult female human. You are a transgender woman.
What is the definition of sex? What is the definition of female?
You give me those definitions. I'm going to give you the definition of woman, and then as an adult female human, that is not what you are. You are a transgender woman.
I just gave you the definitions. Did you ignore them? Did you just completely ignore everything I said?
Yeah, I guess so. What's the definition of sex? What's the definition of gender? You tell me. Like, I know the definition of woman off the top of my head. Can't give you the dictionary definition of those, sex and gender, but I know what they are.
Okay, so gender is... I don't have my definitions right in front of me.
It doesn't matter. You are a transgender woman. You are not a woman. You are a transgender woman. Those are two completely different groups, realistically, in the real world.
What type of word is the word transgender?
What do you mean? That's what you are identifying as. You are not a woman, so you
right.
are
What type of word is the word transgender? Thank you, Rats. Like, is it a noun? Is it an adverb? Is it an adjective?
Adjective. It describes what you are.
Right. It describes specifically a noun. So what noun is transgender describing in this case?
Nope, I changed my mind. Transgender is a noun. You are a transgender woman. That is the noun.
No, it's not. No.
Yes, it is.
No,
you're not a woman. You are a transgender.
You were actually right the first time. Transgender is an adjective. Woman is the noun.
Yep.
Not in my book.
So you are the one that wants to speak in reality, except you just...
Yeah, so what's the definition of a woman?
Please don't cut me off. So you were talking about speaking in reality, and then you just literally wanted to change the English language to meet your own narrative.
Is it not what you're doing? What is a woman definition in the English language?
Which definition would you like? There's 7.
Woman.
There's
in the English language, what is the definition of woman?
There is 7 definitions. Which one would you like?
The original definition that has been changed in recent years to fit a narrative or an ideology.
The original definition is someone that is married to a man and is a wifey.
No, it is an adult female human.
No, you asked for the original definition.
Yeah, adult female human is the original.
No, it's not.
No.
Yes, it is.
No, Debbie's right. If you look at the history of the word
woman,
I
just looked it up. It's adult female human. So realistically,
oh, you're bad at this. You're so bad at this, Jack Lantern.
How are women and transgender
You asked for the original definition.
Realistically, women and transgender women are two completely different groups.
There's
no way around that. You are not living the same life. You are two completely different groups. You are not a woman. You are a transgender woman. Those are two separate, realistically, two completely different groups. You can play semantics all you want.
Are you going to stop talking?
Yeah.
I will. I will continue talking.
It's very simple. You asked me for the original definition, so
it's very simple. Women and transgender women are two completely different.
Shit, Jack Lantern, you literally paused for Demi to say 3 words, and then just went on again.
So look, you asked for the original definition. Now, if you're looking for the first definition in the current dictionary, sure, it's adult human female. Absolutely, I agree with you, but there are 6 other definitions that go with that. Would you like to use the first definition of adult human female?
No. I would not like to play semantics. I would like to live in the real world, and we all know that women and
Oh my
transgender
God,
women
you're
are two completely different
bad at
groups.
this, Jack Lantern.
So again, there are 7 definitions to woman.
I'm not playing semantics. I'm playing
I'm
realistically.
not
We
giving.
all know that women and transgender women are two
Can I
completely different
interrupt
groups,
real
and
quick,
we're going
Demi?
to
Of
have to.
course,
We're
go
not
ahead,
going to
Adora.
conflate the two. You can't just assume
Okay,
someone
Jack
else's
Lantern,
identity.
what is the definition of cap?
Who are you talking to? What?
I'm talking to you, Jack Lantern. What is the definition of cap?
Cap?
Cap, C-A-P.
I don't. Why are you trying to ask for definitions? I'm just. Let's just speak
You're
normally.
the
We're
one who
not
brought
trying
up definitions.
to prove
What is
to
the
a point.
definition of
We
cap,
all know that.
Jack
We
Lantern?
all know. Are you assuming? Are you making the
What is the
accusation?
definition
Are you
of
making the
cap?
accusation that there's no
Are
difference
you
between
afraid
men
that I might
or
have some logic that might disprove your points? Is that why you're not
then
engaging?
why ask me? Just tell me.
I want you to define cap. Look it up. Look it up in the dictionary, cap, and tell Jack Lantern, and tell me what is the first definition of
You
cap.
tell me.
No, you.
No.
Fine, I'll look it up. I'll be right back. 1 second.
In the comments, is anyone pretending that men and women aren't
We're
different?
not
Transgender
interacting with
women
the
and
comments.
transgender.
We're not interacting with the comments. Stop interacting with the comments. This
No,
isn't
I
between
will
us
if I
and the
want to.
comments.
You're not going to be a Nazi and tell me what I can't
No,
do.
that's the host rules too.
Then kick me off.
I'll
See,
wait for the host to get back.
I even
It's her
gave you the
decision.
benefit of using
Okay, Jack Lantern. The first definition is fuck. I already forgot it. 1 second. A kind of soft, flat hat. That is the first definition. Did you know that there's another definition underneath that one?
I really don't care.
Okay, so tell me. So do you agree with that first definition of cap?
Doesn't matter.
No, I'm gonna just give me a yes or no. Come on.
Sure.
Engage just a little bit. Sure. Okay, I'll take sure. The next definition is a protective lid or cover. Would you agree with that definition?
Sure.
Are those definitions different?
Slightly.
Yes, one is a hat, one is something you screw onto a bottle. They are not the same thing. There's another definition as well, and that is simply bullshit. You're calling someone saying bullshit. You're saying they're lying. That's another definition for cap. There are at least 3 definitions of the word cap. So could it possibly be that there is more than one definition, the word woman?
Yeah, I'm not really objecting to the way that you could call yourself a woman. It's more like, you can call a little girl a lady, but like realistically, women and transgender women are two completely separate and different.
You want to know something about the word girl? You want to know something fun about the word girl? Girl used to mean child. So if you were a boy, you were a girl back in the day.
Yeah, it's semantics, but that still doesn't change the reality that women and transgender women are two completely different groups.
No, this is what happens when you
call
argue definitions, Jack Lantern.
So Jack,
Yeah,
This is what happens when you argue definitions.
Jack Lantern, you want Jack
I would
Lantern?
refer to you as a
Jack
woman, but like
Lantern.
the point is that you're not a woman. You are a transgender
Jack
woman. Really.
Lantern. Jack Lantern. So do you want to work in definitions, or do you want to work off the fact that trans women and cis women have differences? Yes, of course they do. They're both still women.
I'm not going to conflate the two. There are women, and then there are transgender women.
So
I don't think you understand how adjectives work.
Give me the necessary quality to be a woman.
An adult female human.
Okay, so give me the definition of female.
XX chromosomes.
Not all females have XX chromosomes.
The gametes or the organelle structures that are meant to
Not all women have the
yeah, they are all born with the structures. Not that they can necessarily work.
Nope,
but
they're not even born.
No one is born with both a working penis and a working vagina.
Nobody was going into intersex, but I do have both gametes. So congratulations.
But you're both functioning male and female.
Did I say they were functioning? I was born infertile. So again, you gave me the definition of female being XX chromosomes. That's not even close to the definition. So give me the definition of female.
I don't know the definition of female off the top of my head.
Cool.
All I know is that there are that
Cool. So you actually
transgender
don't,
women are not
Jack
women.
Lantern. You actually don't know a lot of things. So the
Demi,
definition,
Demi, you're
Jack
literally
Lantern.
trying to say that
Can you stop
males at
talking
birth
for
are women.
2 seconds?
You are being ridiculous, Demi. You
Can
don't
you
know shit. Shut the
stop
fuck up.
talking for 2 seconds? Holy shit. Have I interrupted you once? Cool. So the definition of female is of or denoting to the sex that can typically bear young. What does denoting to mean?
The characteristics of no male born on this earth has the
No,
characteristics
what it actually
denoting to
means is
a female.
what it actually means is relating to. So relating to,
Yeah,
does
I
Adora,
have nothing on my body relates to a female,
yeah, and
and it
therefore,
never will.
and yeah, because you're not a woman. Now, Adora
Never could be. Nothing I
has
could do can
plenty of
make me a woman.
things.
Jack
I
Lantern,
could mutilate my body,
stop.
and it does not make me a woman.
Jack Lantern, listen to Demi. Maybe listening will help you learn things. Maybe that's why
I ain't
you
gonna
don't
learn
know
shit.
anything
How
because you
am I
haven't
gonna learn
listened.
make believe? How do you learn make believe? That is absurd.
By
Nothing I could do to my body will make me a woman.
You're not going to learn anything if
I
you
will not
don't.
learn anything from people playing make believe. I will not ever be a woman. I can never be. Never if I
Did
want to.
anyone
Nothing I
on
could
this
do to
panel
make me a
claim
woman.
that you will be a woman?
Nothing you could do to your body will make you a woman. Women are their own thing. You could
Maybe.
never take
Hey,
that identity
Jacqueline,
from
do you
me.
know everything? Jacqueline, do you know
Yes, I
everything?
do. I do know about this. I do know this, that you can never do anything to your
No,
body that will
that's
make
not
you
what
a
I
woman.
asked. I asked if you know everything, and you said yes, I do.
I do. I certainly do on this matter. You will never do anything to your body that will
No,
take
that's not
that
what I asked.
identity from me.
Jacqueline,
You
okay,
could never
here's
assume that
how
identity.
this.
Nothing. You
Jack
can only play
Lantern,
make believe.
you are afraid. Jack Lantern, you are afraid. You are extremely afraid, and I'm
I'm
sorry for
afraid
you.
of
Fear
public
is not a
speaking,
fun
but
thing
I'm
to
not
live
afraid
in.
of the truth. There's nothing scary about the truth.
No, Jack
There's
Lantern, you are
nothing you can do to
terrified.
your
Because
body that will make
if
you a woman and
Jack
take
Lantern,
their
if you
identity from
weren't afraid, you would be willing to consider that you might be wrong about something. But you are terrified that you might be
you. But
wrong,
how could I
and
be
you're
wrong
so
about
afraid
reality? You are
that you
playing
cannot
make believe
even
as an
listen.
adult.
You cannot even
I'm
listen
far too
to an
fucking old to play
opposing
make
view.
believe.
Jack Lantern, you're so afraid you
I
can't
know your
even
view. You believe
stop
you're a
and
woman,
do
but there is
nothing. You
nothing you
can't
can
even
do to
do
your body.
nothing. You're so
That
afraid.
gash wound between your legs does not make
Jack
you a
Lantern,
woman.
I'm so sorry for you. I'm so sorry for you, Jack Lantern. I'm so sorry. It
I'm so
sucks
sorry
dealing
for
with
you that
that.
you're
I would
so
recommend
confused,
therapy.
and
Therapy is an
so
amazing thing. You gotta find a way to overcome your
therapy
fear,
would
Jack
really help
Lantern,
you come to terms with
because
reality.
uh, you're never going to learn anything. You're not going to be able to move forwards if you don't have the ability to
I'm not going to learn make
listen.
believe as an adult. You're right. I'm not going to play make believe as an adult. That is
So,
equally
Jack Lantern, what you're
absurd.
telling me here is that, thank you so much for the
There's nothing
galaxy.
you can
What
do
you're
to your
telling me is
body
that
to
there's
turn you into a
absolutely
woman.
no point in continuing a conversation with you because all you're going to do is steamroll. You are not willing to hear another perspective because all you're going to do is talk over us. And you're going to find this shocking. I'm also good at talking over people.
Your
So
perspective is
here's
make
what's going to
believe.
happen. You have a choice right now. Will you listen to what Demi was saying or will you leave? Your choice.
No, I'll leave. I said my piece. You are a transgender woman. You are not a
Goodbye.
woman. There are two completely separate groups, realistically.
I'm sorry about that, Demi.
No, you're perfectly fine. We're used to this by now. But for
Yes.
really quickly,
Right.
before you bring anyone else up, is what I was going to say is even before you bring surgeries into the situation, you do have something that relates specifically to being a woman, i.e. female, i.e. your brain development during utero. Which, by the way, Abby, if you haven't seen the new studies, there's a brand new mosaic study out relating directly to non-binary and the development during utero too.
Could you send that to me at some point?
Yeah, I will get that to you as soon as I can, Abby. I'm still reading
Cool.
through it to see how good the peer review is on it, but I found it
Cool.
absolutely fascinating from what I've read so far.
Sweet.
Hey, to all those who oppose, if you guys could keep spamming that Jack Lantern, it really boosts my interaction. The more interaction I have, the more viewers we get. The more viewers we get, the more money I make. All right. Also, please gift my amazing panel. They're fantastic people. They put in the work too, and they deserve compensation for their time. So if you reasonably can do so, please consider gifting my panel.
I just want to know how you get XX is the definition of female. Like, I've never seen that definition in my life.
Hello, Nadia.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing all right? Your age and your pronouns, please.
I am 45.
Fantastic.
And I'm a she.
All right. And is the person behind me a woman?
Well, if you're using, well, that's a hard question because you're saying you're a woman in the live, so I'm going to respect it and say yes.
I'm not. That's not what I'm looking for here. What I want is very specifically your opinion, Nadia.
My opinion is in that picture, you're not a woman, but in front of me, if you're saying you are, yes.
Okay. We can work with this. That is a good starting point. So why is this person not a woman?
In the picture behind you?
Yes.
Because it just isn't. It isn't. In reality, and like I think exactly what the last guest was saying, in reality, realistically, you just don't look like a woman in that picture.
Okay, so your claim is that you have to look like a woman in order to be a woman.
No, because there's many women that look very male.
Right, of course.
Yes.
So
Many,
my argument
many
would be that
women,
there's no right way to look
that's
like
where
a
we
woman.
came up with the
Thanks so
word.
much.
That's where we came up with the word tomboy, right? Back in the days.
Not necessarily. Being a tomboy is not just looking like a
But
man. I would say that a lot of tomboys do not look like men.
for instance,
It's tomboy is more of a behavior and how you present yourself to society.
Tomboy's expressional.
yeah, for
Yeah.
instance, like my niece when she was going through high school, she went through like a really big tomboy stage, and it was like we just let her be, and it was like she's just figuring out, and she came out of it, and now she's like the biggest princess walking. So, I mean, you can't judge on what you look like, but what I
Right.
can say
Gender
is,
presentation can be a phase.
what I can say is that realistically in society, if you came into my business and sat at my table looking like what it was behind you, I would say you're a male.
Of course, I am not saying that you should look at this person and assume that this person is a woman. That's not what I'm claiming. I'm saying despite the fact that this person looks like a man and is presenting like a man, this person is still a woman. That's my claim.
Now you've decided to make, I know you don't like to use the word transition, right?
I prefer things like affirming my gender, etc. But transition is fine.
Okay. Well, maybe I've been watching a couple. I've been watching Demi's lives. I've been watching Hot Dog's lives because I am just really confused on a couple things. And I got into a little bit of a tiff with Hot Dog the other day, and I found it to be just like it was a simple question. And I'm going to ask you this simple question. I think it was Demi's live I was on. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But so I live in Mexico. Demi, was that you? Was that your live?
No, Nadia, it wasn't mine.
It must have been somebody else. I live in Mexico. And we have transgender women everywhere. It's a very accepted, and it's amazing because in Mexico, it's a Catholic culture. So you guys touch topic a lot about religion, and I really don't think, I think there are some pretty crazy religious people out there, but in Mexico, you are accepted. So when I have many transgender friends here, like for instance, there's one at my corner who I met as a male and now is a transgender. When she speaks to me, she refers herself to me as a he.
That's okay.
Okay, so now in the Mexican dictionary, okay, there is not 2 words for a female. There's only one, and it's mujer. So
what does mohair mean?
Mujer means woman. Now, if you look up the term female in the Mexican dictionary, it comes up femenina.
And what does that mean?
Which means feminine.
Okay.
Now, if you look up
that definition, that is definitely not an even match to the English definition.
Exactly. So now, if you look up, Hot Dog was talking about embra. Embra is a word that they use for Embra and macho female and male animal. You would never call a human Embra because it's actually very insultive. And I actually hung up on him because it's insultive. Embra is.
It sounds to me like the definitions might be reversed. It sounds like the one that you were referring to would be our female.
My whole point to you as living here in Mexico, I'm not too sure how we're going to try to change the definition all over the world. So in Mexico, I'm a mujer, I'm a woman, and you're a male. It doesn't matter what you do or say to change it. So
okay, but the words that we use do not change the reality of science. The reality is that we have biological traits and we have social and psychological traits, and they are different. Regardless of what words we use, those traits are different.
I get that.
Also, I just want to say one thing. Of the words you were using, you reversed them. I'm never going to claim to speak Spanish, but I have my computer next to me. I'm going to probably botch this pronunciation, but hembra is female, and then the first word you used that began with the M.
Mujer is female. Hembra
means woman.
So we're talking about Mexico. So
right.
you have to remember the Latin vocabulary can be very large within Spain, Argentina. So in Mexico, a girl is called mujer, a woman, a female. And an hembra is my little puppy that I have sitting beside me. She's an hembra. Now, they have other words like nena, so that would be like a child. You wouldn't call a child a mujer, you'd call her like a nena. Or like, that's more slang. You can't even look that up really. You probably can in the dictionary, but it's not used. So my whole point is that you ladies are amazing. And I get what you're trying to do, but I also want you all to understand that there's a lot of people in this world that are trying to figure out what the fuck this means. Because we as women,
that's what we're here to do, is explain.
we as women, like I don't know if you guys follow, there's this amazing Latina transgender girl that's doing so many lives and she's funny and she is absolutely, if I put her beside me as a female, she would make I'm not a lesbian, but I would drop my clothes for her. Okay? Great. Stunning. But she calls herself a male.
Okay. Because
right, I call myself.
Yeah, biological sex and gender is different. But Nadia, I just want to clarify what you're saying. Are you saying that in other cultures or in other languages, it's impossible to validate trans identities in them?
Yes. So I live in Mexico. I didn't tell you this.
Impossible?
I've been here for 24 years. And I deal with a lot of national clients here, and doctors, and I hear words. But I'm also background Italiana. And in my Italian language, there's not two words for female and woman either.
So language is imperfect.
We're just doing
it's great. Nadia, yeah. We have to agree. There's a lot of things that may be impossible in this world, but language is not impossible to change. We can agree on that, right?
For sure.
So it's not impossible to validate trans identities in all cultures and all languages. It's not impossible.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. But like you guys, I'm just trying to say, it's just a confusing thing. Like Juan Gabriel, when he made his song, it was many years ago. Juan Gabriel is like, it's like a Mark Anthony of Mexico, okay? He made a song using the word fucking hembra, and he almost got like brought out of the country because it's not a word to be used. And Doggy...
If it's not a word to be used, then let's please not use it here.
Give me 1 second. 1 second. Emma, stop. Doggy was like, you're an hembra. No, you don't call me an hembra. You're calling me an animal. And that's not cool. Do you know what I mean? Like so what my whole point of this is like, it's just, it will be really hard to change everybody's thoughts. And in this live, I've been watching you, Adora, for about a week. I'm getting in a lot of trouble from my husband because of it, because he tells me that I'm addicted. And everybody all over the world has different ways of thinking.
Sure, we don't have to respect all ways of thinking. It's not always valid.
Maybe one day the Latino dictionary will come up with another word. Maybe. We don't know. It's like, for instance, when Black Lives Matters came into effect, they have this popular game that's called Loteria. And there was El Negrito, the black man in the Loteria. They changed him. They changed him to another name because of Black Lives Matters. It took them a while, but they did it. So maybe this will happen, but I'm just saying, like, it's really hard for people to understand.
Okay, so what I would specifically like, Nadia, is your opinion. Are trans identities valid?
So it's like what I'm saying to you. I look at you in that, well, the picture's gone. In the picture behind, and I don't see a woman.
Okay.
I see a male.
Right. I think it's totally reasonable to look at this person who is presenting masculine, who is literally at this point in her life asking people to call her a man. It is perfectly reasonable to look at this person and say, that is a man. You would be wrong, but it is reasonable to do so. So it is not my claim that it is unreasonable to assume that this person is a man. What I'm saying is, despite this person's presentation, despite the fact that this person is asking people to call them a man, this person is still a woman. That's my claim. That's what I want to talk about in this topic.
But you're claiming you're a woman because, if I'm not mistaken, this happened while you were in your mother's stomach. Halfway through the 9 months, there was a change in the brain of what you're saying, right?
Something along those lines. I don't know the specifics.
So basically, and it took you a while but like, it's like, if you're a woman, that's fine. But why do you feel like you have to dress as a woman if it's not?
I don't have to dress.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel like I know
I'm not exactly high femme right now.
You also said you're great shirt. You also said you're a lesbian.
I am a lesbian.
And that's a really touchy topic because, like, I was listening on another live, which was last night. I don't know. I get confused with all.
Why is that touchy? Why is it touchy for me, a woman, to be attracted to other women?
You're a lesbian. I get that. And you like, because you've already told me this before, you prefer the woman's part for your partner, right? You don't want, like, if some other male wants to do a change over a trans and decides not to change his body.
It's not a want. It's important to stress that a transgender woman does not change into a woman. A transgender woman is.
I'm talking about the genitals down below. Sorry, I didn't want to use the words.
Okay.
So if you want to change, if the person that you've fallen in love with, or you want to have something going on with as a partner, decides not to change their genitals into the woman's part, you did state to me that you would not date them.
I'm uncertain. I did say that the other day, but the reality is I'm uncertain. I don't know for sure if I have a genital preference or not.
No, I know, but then it's like, then my next question to you is like, totally cool. That is your decision, because I choose penis, you choose vagina. Totally fine. But my next question to you,
actually, I'm pretty sure I don't have a genital preference, honestly.
My next question to you is that's totally fine that you choose that, but then you tell us in our lives that it's not about our body parts what makes us a woman. But like, in my mind, like, my mother raised me to keep very good care of my vagina, because that's my most important part of my body as a woman.
Nadia, we are getting off topic
I
again.
disagree with that as well. That's
with what? Sorry, with what do you disagree with?
We should be taking care of, our vaginas. We should be doing that.
Yeah.
But that's not the most important part of me as a woman. Like, that's certainly not the most important part of me. That's not the core of my womanhood at all.
No, well, but it's what, it's our part. We don't want it to get infections like that. And that's my next topic, as Adora would say to me, well, what makes me not a woman? Well, I go into a doctor's office, a gyno, I spread my legs open, and I go through that trauma that a doctor has to stick.
Okay, Nadia, but your genitalia relates to your sex, not your gender. Woman is a gendered term, not a sex
Adora,
term.
I understand that, but I'm just trying to tell you.
Then why are we talking about sex characteristics?
No, I'm trying to tell you how it feels to be a woman. I'm answering your question.
I know. I have a vagina, and I do have to spread it for a gynecologist.
Okay, cool. So you do Pap tests like me.
I have not been to the gynecologist yet, but I will.
Okay. Pap test is okay. So that's just what I have to say. You know, I'm just like, all you are doing a great job. I follow you all. I'm really like one person told me once I was transphobic on here, and I'm not. Like, that's not what this is about. And I feel like many people that connect with you aren't, but it's just not making sense. That's all it is.
Okay, Nadia, to make it as simple as possible, right, for everybody, right? Ask people who they are, and when they tell you who they are, believe them. So, regardless of what somebody looks like, if they tell you this is my gender identity and these are the pronouns that I use, respect that.
Of
It's
course.
truly that simple. Like, it's not. People try to make it complicated because they want to ask people all these questions about their biology and whatever else. But at the end of the day, all you need to ask is who are you, and then respect that.
Exactly. If somebody tells me their gender, I'm not gonna question, really? Is that really your gender? I'm not gonna do that. That's not my jam in life, because nor do I have time to do that. But what I'm just trying to say is, if somebody actually gets onto the scientifical part of it, I get what you're saying, because I've read the dictionary now. And the dictionary is the .org or .com, whatever you call it. It's also very confusing. Like, they've obviously kind of just changed that or bumped that up, because even when you read it, I don't know. It's just confusing.
What
It's
about
very
it's confusing?
confusing.
Language evolves, right? And language becomes more inclusive, and we have better
Exactly.
information. And
Yes.
we also have to recognize, in the past, queer people have been subjugated, right? And like in the past, we weren't seen as people that mattered in society, so we weren't included in a lot of things. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a positive thing as humans that we are including more humans when it comes to definitions and understanding in scientific data. And science does back up trans identities and queer people.
But trans identities have been going on for a very long time. Listen,
Right.
I've been here in this country for 24 years, and there's no discussion like how it is in the USA about trans here.
It's become
It just
politicized in the United
happens.
States. I can't speak for other
It's
countries.
part of
Yeah.
society. So I just think, like for instance, when I was telling you about my girlfriend Anthony that I love on TikTok because she's just gorgeous, I would drop my clothes for her. Like, I really, really, really support her because she's on TikTok lives, not here.
Nadia,
Yeah.
I am trying to have a specific discussion here. We're struggling to get that conversation started.
Oh, so you
I'm
want
specifically looking for your opinion as to why I am not a woman. That's what I want. I want to know why you think that I'm not a woman.
Okay, so Adora, basically what you want is you want me to have like a fight discussion. Okay, you're not a
No.
woman in my
No.
eyes. Stop, wait. You're not a woman in my eyes because you weren't born with a vagina, and you don't
Okay.
have a period, and many women do not have periods and go through shit because of it. Or many women's periods,
Y'all put me through shit because of it too.
many women's periods stop for many reasons, premenopause.
Some don't even start.
Sorry? Yeah,
Some women's
that
periods
was the
don't even
prior
start.
thing. Many women's periods don't come, and it's a problem. Many women, like for instance, my niece, have periods that last 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 days long. You bleed till you die, and then you have to get on birth control to completely stop them. There's a lot of medical stuff behind that. So
Right, there's a lot of reasons that a woman might not have a period.
There's also reasons why a woman wouldn't have a vagina.
there's a lot of reasons.
Yep.
There's a lot of reasons why women can have babies. Like for instance, I can have a baby.
Which means that these are not characteristics that are required to be a woman.
But the woman, a female, me, and many of your followers, I don't know if this is gonna piss you guys off, but here it is. A female is what makes the world turn. If we couldn't have babies, you wouldn't be here.
So that's not entirely true. We
It's
in science, we have things like IVF. We can use bone marrow. We can use
no, but
many. No, no,
let's talk.
Nadia,
Okay, but Nadia, what about
You
wait,
have
wait,
not
what?
stopped talking. Are you seriously going to interrupt me the moment I start talking?
No, I'm not interrupting you. Go ahead. Feel free to speak, Demi.
So yes, being able to give birth is something that a trans woman will never be able to do. But we also live in a world where science has evolved to the point where you don't have to be seeing women as baby makers. And
Uh,
that's what it sounds like you're saying. We
are
have
you?
IVF. We have
No, but
marrow.
Demi, I went through IVF because I can't have babies. And I'm going to tell you one thing, and I don't know because I'm not even reading the comments, but if there's any women in here that went through IVF, it's no fucking joke.
Nobody said it is. Neither is
It's no
childbirth.
joke. It
I'm
is
literally
so,
saying you
it is,
don't need to be born female
I
to
know,
have
but
a child.
exactly, but it's no joke. It is something that takes your hormones into another level, rips you into 1,000 pieces just to try to make a baby.
Yeah,
I only did one
so
round.
does natural
I
birth.
only did round. What I mean to you is I'm saying a female, if we weren't here, you guys wouldn't be alive. How did you come into this world, Demi?
Nadia, what are you talking? Okay, Nadia, do you have a problem with me as a cisgendered woman that has a period, that has a uterus, and don't want to have children?
Of course not.
Then what's the problem?
If I continued on my journey to have a baby, on my journey to have a baby, I would have done it 3, 4, 5 more times. But IVF was really hard on me.
But
So
what I'm saying is, like, that's not the core of my womanhood, right? Like, having children is not, it doesn't make me any less of a woman not wanting to have children or not having children, right?
no,
So,
but
like,
you're not.
using that as a determinant factor to invalidate trans identities don't make any sense to me.
Okay,
But
but
can we
please
please let
answer.
Abby speak? Because Abby wanted to say something and
Okay,
had
go
their
ahead.
hand raised.
Sorry, it cuts out a lot.
I was just gonna
If
say
I
earlier in the
overtalk
conversation,
somebody, it's
you
because
said,
it's cutting out.
"Oh my gosh, can you stop talking? Been talking for like the entire conversation." Jesus Christ. Anyways, earlier
Well,
you said if a trans person told you they were a woman or a man, you wouldn't question that, and yet here you are trying to disprove Adora's womanhood. So clearly you
no, no,
would
no.
question that.
Look,
But it is. How do I keep forgetting her?
you know what? No, no, no. I'm not going up against Adora. She's saying she's a woman, totally fine. But Adora asked me for a discussion of why I think she's not a woman. So, anyways, you guys, beautiful ladies, cis sisters, all you guys. I just want to say my whole thing is if think about it. You came into this world to do this beautiful thing on TikTok because a female pushed you out.
Do you know
So if
that
we
for a fact?
weren't
Do you know
around
that
and if
for a
we
fact?
all
And
didn't
I'm
have,
making a gender. This is what's killing me, Nadia. I'm making a gender claim. You're only talking about females' characteristics. I'm talking about gender-based characteristics.
I
We're talking
understand
about
that.
different things.
But
I'm trying to show you that being female is not required to be a woman, but we can't even get off of
my
that.
point here is that I live in Mexico. I'm Canadian born. When I was young, I was in Canada. Came back here 4 or 5 years ago, and in my mind, a woman is a mujer. It's a lady. That's what I came in here to tell you. And so for us over this way, like if I have this conversation with anybody, actually, I'm going to go see my gyno in a couple of days to get my pap test, and I'm going to have this discussion with him, and I'm going to see what he says to me. Maybe he will be able to teach me more of what this means.
That would be fantastic. I encourage you to have that conversation.
Exactly.
And
But
you're
I'm
right.
just
A
saying, like,
mujer is a woman, is a lady. Those are both gender terms. So stop correlating it directly to sex.
sorry, you cut out. Sorry.
Thank you, Abby. Bye.
Sorry.
I was saying bye to
Woman,
Abby. Abby dropped.
No,
lady is a lady, woman. These are gender terms. This is what Adora has been telling you the entire time.
exactly. But I'm just telling you because Adora asked me, "Is this person a woman?" Up top, she pointed, and this
Okay,
is
but
one
Nadia, did
No,
you?
this whole time.
Oh, sorry, Mel.
No, you're good. It's just like this is the longest fucking conversation again.
And
No, Mal, it's because you
I
just
feel like
don't.
it has to be done.
Mal, it's just because you don't like me because every time I come on, you like freak out. That's what it's all about.
All right.
This is Mel freaking out.
Well, no.
I just don't like
Well,
you.
whose live is this? This is Adora's live, not yours. I don't know why I'm seeing you more than Adora in this picture.
Oh, no, it's Mel's
I
live now.
Okay,
literally
Mal, it's
stand.
me and you now. It's me and you. Anyways, I just wanted to say that's why I came in because we live here and that's what that dictionary says. So that's why for many people it could be confusing.
But what the fuck does that
Wait a
even
minute. So
mean?
you
Like,
did
we've been
just
going on and on and on and on and on about
you
this.
just
Like,
referenced the
what are you
dictionary that I
talking about?
said you got your
Mel,
terms
when
wrong
my
on?
when my mother grew me up, she taught me not to use the F bomb in a conversation. So
Oh,
please
dear.
respect
Well,
me because I'm not
I don't
throwing that
fucking
F bomb
care.
your way.
Nadia, what is the point of this conversation? Are you ever going to learn or change your mind on anything?
No, Nadia just likes to come in and just talk about shit, like, and say that all women have a cat mode.
Because,
Yeah, that's the thing.
like, Nadia, like, what is the point of this conversation? Like, what is going to be the benefit of this conversation?
There's the whole point of this conversation is what I came in to say to you. How are we supposed to understand this when it's not like this in all dictionaries?
It's not that fucking complicated.
Do you want to understand, Nadia? It doesn't seem like you want to understand is what the problem is.
No, I understand exactly what is happening in these live chats. I get it.
So, oh my God,
I love that one.
that was
That's
loud.
I'm gonna
awesome.
make the album was my goal back then.
I love that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
But
So,
Nadia,
anyways, ladies, Mel, you guys, glad you're all together there. Glad you're having.
Ladies and Mel. Okay.
okay.
Yeah, like, do you actually want to learn?
No, learning to me is not like people saying, what the fuck are you saying? That is not learning to me. My teacher never
Oh, it's my
scolded
fault.
me.
You've been here for how
No,
long?
and I'm being serious.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I'm
So
not,
Nadia, is you
like
learning
not one
talk
time Demi has
Nadia,
disrespected me.
We're done.
Nadia,
We're
One
done.
is you
time, and that's
learning
Goodbye.
like
talking the entire time and not letting someone actually educate you?
Thank you for the orange. Thank you. I can't really do it standing up as well for some reason. I gotta get the jiggle down. I'm still not used to these girls yet. It's been 3 weeks, guys. Been 3 weeks.
Adora, it also takes 3 months for them to really set in and have that full effect.
Yes. They've definitely relaxed a lot. They're no longer angry boobs. They were angry boobs for a while.
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Are they like, do you get neck pain?
No.
Oh, I get the worst neck pain in the world.
So Adora, you'll know when you're there when the first time you start going down the stairs and your whole chest starts going ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. I'm serious. It was one of the most euphoric feelings when I actually felt my whole chest move.
I remember feeling that with my natural breast development going down the stairs at work. And
Yes.
it was a very euphoric moment. I'm looking forward to that again.
Yes. All right. I do got to
Okay.
get ready for my own live and call my doctor. So thank you so much for having me up, Adora. I'll chat with you later. Be safe out there and have a good
No
time.
problem.
Remember
Yep.
to spend time with other people and not on the live.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's what we just work on our vacation. That's what we do. We work.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't like them. I just traveled halfway across the country because I don't like them and I don't want to hang out with them.
Oh, at least you're stating honesty now, Adora. God.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're kind of just.
Thank you. Okay.
Bye,
Guys,
everyone.
we're going to bring up the next guest now. Thank you so much, Demi. I appreciate you so much. You're amazing. Always welcome on my page.
Thank you.
Bye. Keep tapping that screen. We're so close to 100,000. I know we can do it. If you are enjoying these conversations, please give me a follow. I go live twice a day, almost every day. Guys, I can taste 100,000. I want that 6th digit in my follower count. We are about 25,000 away. We got some work to do, but I know we can do it. I want that 6th digit. So please give me a follow and help me out. I'm going to bring up a guest, and I'm going to change my background to one of the new Halloween-themed gifts. Not my background, my gift goal to one of the Halloween-themed gifts. Florida Man 941.
Oh. I love your outfit.
Thank you. I deliberately smeared the fuck out of my makeup too.
What's going on?
Thank you for the orange. Thank you. Not wearing the right outfit for boob jiggle. Hello, Florida man.
What's going on?
Your age and your pronouns, please.
I'm 30 and I'm a man.
And what are your pronouns?
I don't use pronouns. I'm just a man.
You literally just used a pronoun.
I
Okay,
use a
I guess that's my
pronoun.
pronoun. Obviously, for my profile picture, I'm going to say some things that might piss you guys off.
No, can you please say your pronouns?
Yeah. Yep.
So you guys aren't going to debate me if I don't.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, unless you do you say your pronouns, we won't debate. You have to say your pronouns.
Thank you for the sub.
He, I guess.
All right, there you go.
Okay. Well, as I look at the picture, no, I don't believe that you are a woman. I believe that you guys are essentially robbing real women and just like wearing womanhood as if it's a costume.
Real woman right here. Does she think that?
Yeah, there's
Just because
3
you have
real
a real
women.
woman to agree with
I
you.
love the Halloween too.
Now, hang on.
They said
Just
that
because you
man
have
though.
a
Thank you, Ed. It is so proud.
Cool.
okay, just
It
because
is
there are real
loud.
women to agree with you, there's also real women who agree with me. There's something special about being a woman who provides something to this world.
Stop. Oh,
Is that
Trans
what you're gonna
women
do?
are
What's a
You're not
real
gonna let me
woman?
speak. You're just gonna say fuck off and
Florida,
cut me.
Florida. Trans women are real women. They're real.
You guys talk about the science all the time, but then don't want to follow the actual science. My
Yeah,
wife has
the science
Okay, give me
says
the actual science, Florida man. Give me the actual science.
exactly.
okay,
Thank
biological chromosomes, all of that. Like it.
Oh,
You can't
oh my
just put
God.
on
Question,
a costume and say I'm a
Florida
woman.
man, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely, go ahead.
Okay, the terms man and woman existed prior to us even knowing what chromosomes were. So why are you basing man and woman in that?
Scientific. This is just straight up delusion, and I don't understand why. Like
You
you
know
want to
the
look.
original definition of woman was just wife.
Can I talk? When you identify, like you can't just go around. This is delusion. You can't just go around identifying with whatever you want. There's something special that a woman provides, just like there's something
Right.
special that a man provides. A woman is caring, nurturing, and can provide things that a man can't. We both have things in society that we have to contribute with. And to sit there and just put on a dress and say, "Oh, well, I'm a woman now." Women, you're taking away that special thing that makes a woman a woman.
Men can be caring. I wouldn't marry a man or have children with a man that isn't caring.
Okay, I never said that they couldn't be caring. I'm just
So
saying
what are you,
that
so
a
what are you
woman's
saying? Like this
nature.
special thing women have that trans women don't have?
I just don't understand how you look at this picture, see 5 o'clock shadow, and then just say, "Oh, well, I'm a woman." That's like, okay, I'm gonna identify as being right. I'm gonna identify as being.
Do you know what deflection is?
I'm not deflecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
Deflecting.
deflected. I said, what about trans women, right? Like what can they like they can't bring that a cis woman can? Like what is the problem? What is
A
the core of
child.
being a woman?
A child can't bring a child.
Okay, there are
For
cis
service?
women that are infertile. So you saying that is very harmful and disrespectful to cis women as well.
My wife has endometriosis and she struggled getting pregnant, so I'm no stranger to that. But what
Yeah,
I'm
so she's
trying to
not
say
less
is,
of a woman because of that.
I never said that. But what
All
I'm
right, so
saying is,
that's not the
okay,
core of being a woman.
But it's
okay.
also
So
disrespectful to reduce us to incubators.
if you
Exactly.
remove all women that were born a woman, if you remove all of them off the face of the earth today, and there was
No
nothing
one's
left but,
born a woman.
are you gonna let me talk?
No one's born a
Or
woman, though.
whatever. Okay, so if you have just people who've transitioned left on the earth and men, there would be no more. The population would cease to exist.
That's not true.
That's not a scenario that's going to happen, and boo-hoo.
And also, that's not true.
Florida man was removed for community guidelines
Oh,
violations.
okay.
Oh.
Hi,
Yeah,
Adora.
according to the American Psychiatric Association, there are 7 types of delusion. Transgender is not one of them.
Guys, that is 2 people that have been removed for community guidelines violations. We're going to do a quick reset. We'll be right back. And I have a cauldron now. I have a cauldron.